scanned her close-written letter. "Cynthia says nothing of the lady's condition. Of course, that could be the explanation." Anne laughed, genuinely amused at the absurd situation. "I doubt it. He's been in Devon only 10 days. 10 days," she repeated. "It is like lightning, isn't it?" "Oh, Anne." Frances began to heave herself off her chaise, so Anne limped over to push her back. "Don't distress yourself. It's not good for the baby. In fact, this is no great tragedy. I'm realizing that if I feel anything, it's relief." She'd begun her speech thinking to soothe her sister, but by the end of it, she realized that it was true. She sat in the chair by the chaise. "Truly, Frances, I have never been sure that I wanted to marry the Earl." Frances clearly did not believe her. She tried to explain. "He needed a wife, and I liked being needed. After so many years of war, and the death of his father and brother, he was shadowed. If I could lift those shadows, it would be a worthy task. But I was uncertain. We did not have a lot in common. In fact," she said, staring at a window dismally streaked with rain, "I was never sure why he was wooing me. I thought love would come for both of us." Frances took her hand. "We had no idea. We all assumed that you felt warmly toward him." Anne pulled a face. "I'm not sure I understand these emotions, but I know one thing. I do not have even a crack in my heart over Wyvern." She decided to get one thing out in the open. "I would be celebrating, I think, if not for the family." Frances's colour bloomed again, but this time with embarrassment. "We only want you happy, dearest." "But not if I want to be happy living on as a spinster at Lee Park." "It doesn't seem a life worthy of you, love, and," she added, "when Upham inherits, and his future wife rules the roost, who knows how it will be?" A chill shot through Anne. "Good heavens, I've never thought of that. And Upham, sad to say, cannot be depended upon to choose wisely." "Precisely. You would not want to be another Aunt Sarah." Aunt Sarah, their father's sister, lived, mostly ignored, in a suite of rooms in the north wing, in the company of a few servants and a lot of small dogs. The family generally referred to her as Dear Aunt Sarah, but it really meant Poor Aunt Sarah. If she didn't marry, would she be Poor Anne forever? Poor Aunt Anne. Poor Great-Aunt Anne. To escape her sister's keen eye, Anne returned to the sofa. "You're right. I must think about this." As cover, she picked up her piece of craft work again. The instructions were in the magazine open beside her. Pastimes for Ladies, a cornucopia of elucidation, education, and recreation for the fair sex of our land. She took that to mean the bored fair sex of the land. Only extreme boredom could have driven her to attempting to make a charming bonbon holder out of straw. She looked at the weeping windows that rattled with occasional gusts of wind and showed only grey sky and pouring rain through the condensation. It was May, after all, time of blossoms, lambs, and courting birds, when the world was in good order. In a proper May, she could escape the house. She could ride, and when on horseback, her turned foot didn't hinder her. With speed and fresh air, she would be able to handle this better. As it was, she was trapped in the house, virtually trapped in this room, since it was the only one with a fire. Trapped in Benning Hall in the rain. Trapped from birth in a crippled body. Trapped from birth by being a duke's daughter, expected to marry well, expected to behave well, even when jilted. Trapped by her loving family's damnable concern, by their need that poor Anne be happy. Her hands tightened on the woven straw, and she relaxed them. It was the unseasonable weather that had her in the